Hey guys, this is Danny Jugan with Axis Football. I wanted to take a few minutes today and share my thoughts and our plans for the future of Axis Football. That includes both the updates that we're going to be doing to Axis 17 this year in the coming months. It also deals with kind of long-term what we are looking at for this football franchise and kind of what our identity is going to be. So at the time of this video, we're about a week after our Axis 17 release. The support you guys have shown us has just been awesome. We really appreciate it, and it's really encouraging. Whether that's you purchasing the game or providing feedback or sharing it with your friends, we've seen a lot of growth, which is just really cool. And we hope that you guys see what we are doing with that in terms of putting it back into the game, and we hope the progress is visible. So thank you, first and foremost, to everyone that's supported and encouraged, given feedback. We really appreciate it here at the Axis football team. So kind of the first thing that I want to touch on is the future updates that you can expect in 2017. These will be free updates, no additional purchase or anything like that. We will just patch the game and add in some of these features, and afterwards I'll talk about kind of long-term goals for what we want for the franchise. So we haven't settled specifically on the exact things that we are going to be adding in the next few months, but we plan on doing either 5 or 6 content slash patch updates over the next 3 or 4 months for Axis Football 17. We know that we're going to be adding at least one more stadium. This will be a full 3D stadium with 3D fans. Obviously, we're working up to having each team having their own unique stadium with 3D fans and an environment and all that sort of thing. Right now, we just have the one in the game. We will keep the 2D ones in the game, the stadiums that have the 2D fans, the classic stadiums, as we call them. Those stadiums are for people that might have little lower end machines and need to run the game without so many things requiring graphical power and that sort of stuff. So we will be adding in new stadiums, new uniforms. We do have a handful of animations that we still need to put into the game. We got in most of them. They're already in, but we do have some more that we want to put in. And we know franchise mode is a big thing for a lot of players. Individual player stats tracked across the season for every player in the league is something that we'll be looking at. So you can kind of see who are the league leaders in sacks and rushing yards and receiving and passing and all that sort of stuff. We know that's important to a lot of you sim guys, so we will be getting that stuff in. And obviously, there are some additional features that are kind of on the outer edge. Will they make it in 17? Will they get put in 18? Things like defensive hot routes and a few other, shifting features, scattering your linebackers, defensive backs, that sort of thing. We know that stuff needs to get added to the game. It's kind of an expectation. There's you guys playing football games for a long time. Those things take time. It takes time to build a good football game. I think everyone is aware of that, but we're going to put in the work to get it done. So that's what you can expect over the next few months. We're going to be updating. You guys are going to get that stuff for free. But I did want to touch on really the future of Axis Football and where we see ourselves as a franchise and what our identity is going to be. And, we had some discussions with the development team about what's going to make us unique. We're never going to be able to, I won't say never, we, at least for the foreseeable future, aren't going to be able to provide that NFL experience because of the license. That's not something that we are going to, out of the box, be able to provide. So we need to look at other ways that we can stand out and be a product that is going to be beneficial and interesting to you guys. And so we really see Axis Football having 3 pillars that it stands on, 3 main features that it stands on. And some of these are more relevant now, and some will be more relevant once 2018 and we have another year of work put into the game. The first of those pillars is customization. We really feel like that is something that is unique to Axis Football, something that we can offer you guys. whether it's the in-game player editor, the in-game uniform editor, being able to change and customize not only the look and the feel and the names and all that stuff, but in 2018 we really want to take this one step farther and give you complete control over the league structure, whether that is the number of weeks in your season to the divisions or how many rounds you want in your playoffs or how many teams you want in your league. Those are the kind of things that we want to really give you guys control over. We feel like we have a lot of customization in the game now, but we need to make it easier to customize, and we need to expand those. So customization is really the first leg that our game stands on. And we know that's going to be increasingly difficult once we move to consoles. So that's going to be something we have to figure out, how we're going to provide customization there. All right, so that's the first pillar, customization. The second pillar that we feel like is our big identity is franchise mode. And we know that the franchise mode is really limited now. We've said before that our 2018 development cycle is really going to be focused on franchise mode. Things like salary cap, free agency, trades, creating an in-game economy where the choices that you make as someone running the franchise really has a ton of impact on the performance of your team as a whole, and various off-field activities as well. So we really, really want to go deep into the franchise mode, and that includes stat tracking and letting you see the history of all of your choices and that sort of stuff. We know the franchise mode has a good base now, and I mentioned already we're going to be adding some stuff in the 2017 updates, but we're really going to focus on franchise mode, making it a deep simulation experience for 2018. All right, and so the third pillar that we really want to be our identity is gameplay. And this is probably going to be the most difficult of the three. Creating simulation gameplay is tough for football. It's tough because the animations have to match up. It's tough because the AI has to match up. But this is something that we feel like is critical to providing a good game. And so we're really going to be focusing on gameplay as well. And this includes changing the way the players move, little things like slanting side to side or shifting your body weight as you run and cut and that sort of thing. We're going to be looking at some different things that we can add into the game as far as animations. We are looking at switching over our physics animation system to something that is going to give us more control in game. We feel like gameplay-wise, we got a lot better from 2016 to 2017. And I know a lot of you might look at the current state of the gameplay and say, well, that's really what you want to build your game on. We know it's not where it needs to be. And we look at this game, and we probably play this game more than anybody else in terms of our dev team. And so we see what you guys see, and we know that it needs to get better. We're working on it. And so I wanted to at least just share with you what we see as the identity of Axis Football. And that's customization, a really deep franchise mode, and good sim gameplay. And so that kind of wraps up what I wanted to share with you guys just in terms of what we are looking at in the future. I try to always be transparent with you guys and let you know what we are thinking and what we are planning. And so again, thank you so much for the support. I did get some emails and PMs about what individuals can do to help. And so I'll share here with what I shared to those individuals. If you're looking for things you can do to help, tell your friends. Share the game with anybody you know. Obviously, purchases help. No secret that we reinvest almost everything back into the game, purchasing assets, hiring people to do work, improving the game. And so every purchase makes the game better. So even if you don't really feel like the game is where you really want it in terms of being something that you can sit down and play lots of hours, even that purchase and that thumbs up review and sharing it with your friends is going to be an investment into something that you can really enjoy later. So I'll wrap up with that. Again, thanks so much. We are hard at work getting ready for the 2017 updates, and I'm sure I will be back with some videos when we release those content patches. So thank you so much.